today. Today's video is shock horror. It's a talkie video and I'm doing a tutorial which is this really gorgeous light sparkly green look. It's actually using one of my favourite eyeshadows. Have I got it here? It's using Bare Minerals Celery. This is discontinued but I use it to this day if I just really want something nice and sparkly and green. Two of my favourite things. And yeah, I just based this look around this and I hope you like it, and yeah, let's hope this moves on to slightly better videos which I enjoy filming and other things. But yeah, enough of me talking in the intro, let's get on to the actual makeup look. And next shot, as usual, barefaced and very red looking. Bye. Okay, so the first step with this tutorial is I'm going to go in with foundation, and at the moment I'm mixing two Bare Minerals Ready foundations. I know this is getting discontinued, I'm sorry for using these sort of products, but I love this foundation, it's probably one of my favourites. I am using this one, which is 310 mixed with 250. 310 is probably what I am at the height of summer when I am the most tanned. Whereas what was the number again? 250 is probably the one I use more in the winter. At the minute I'm between shades, so I'm mixing them. As you do. And I just think this is quite a waterproof foundation, especially if it is hot and sweaty, which it is today. Because let's face it, the northeast has been pretty warm at the minute. And honestly, this just buffs into the skin really easily. But I know some people do struggle with this foundation, but each to their own. I'm just going to match up the other sides. My skin is quite red at the minute, which is why I'm using this, because I just think it goes over red and dry patches really well. Okay, I think that is it with the foundation. I'm going to go in with a bit of concealer, and for that I'm going in with the Bare Minerals Bareskin. As you can see, this is well loved, and I think this is about my sixth bottle of this. I just think it's a fantastic concealer. And I'm just going to go under the eyes, because like I said, I've got a really big red patch which probably isn't shown on camera, because I love this camera, it doesn't show your flaws that bad. Which, let's face it, we all want a camera like that in our lives. Okay, now I kind of look like a really weird, very stripy tiger. Now, to actually blend in the concealer, I am going to use a damp blending sponge. This one is from W7 and I actually prefer it from the Beauty Blender. And I'm just going to use Jaclyn Hill's little technique that she uses to buff this in. Just go from side to side in little bouncy moments, and it just blends it in really well. And honestly, with the Ready foundation, you probably think I should use like compact concealers if any of them exist, but I do find that the Ready foundation accepts out. That was my eye. Don't do that. I just find that liquid concealers actually do blend into the Ready foundation quite flawlessly. I mean, you can probably not see any seams between the concealer and the foundation. I just love these two products. But everyone's got their own foundation preferences that they think gives them the best face possible. Just making sure everything's blended in down the neck. I'm just going to set the concealers and everything in place before I move on to anything to do with colour. And to set under my eyes and my face, I'm going to use the Dior Forever and Ever setting powder. Is that the name of this? Yeah. Diorskin Forever and Ever Control Extreme Perfection and Matte Finish Invisible Loose Powder. That is quite a mouthful, but this is probably my favourite setting powder out of all of them. Ooh. Yeah, just bouncy. And this is actually an invisible powder, you just don't see it. But it gets rid of all the grease and just like makes your face look like a nice China doll without looking too China dollish. Weird phrases that don't make sense. I think we've got about 3 in this video so far. To contour my face, I am going to use Bare Minerals Warmth, and I'm actually not going to empty anything into the tin. I've got a leaky one, so I'm just going to use the residue that is in there. It's actually enough. You don't actually need a lot of the warmth. It just does the job for you, which you'll see in a minute. You don't need a lot of it, because otherwise it will look a bit over the top. I love this brush for contouring and actually bronzing in general, because it just flares and diffuses the product nicely. Okay, into blush, I am going to use the Becca, these the split pan blush and highlight. This one is Amaretto with Prosecco pop. That's quite hard to say. One thing Prosecco pop would be hard to say, but apparently it is. So I'm just going to go in with this on another Zoeva brush. This is the 128 Cream Cheek. Oh, it's meant to be for cream. It's alright. Brushes, we use brushes for different things. You don't have to use it for what its name suggests. I'm just going to swirl that onto the apples of my cheeks and up to the ear. It's quite pretty. This one is actually very similar to Video, which if you follow me for a while, that is probably one of my favourite blush colours for the autumn. So I can see this one getting quite a lot of use then as well. I know my blush technique isn't the best, so I am going to go in with a fluffy blending brush after this. I've never known really how to apply blusher. It's not something that I used to use until quite recently, which I don't know why, because there's some really beautiful blushes out there, but for some reason I was scared of it because I always thought I looked like a clown. Is it lived? It lives. Oh. Don't scare me like that, Urban Decay. Okay, for highlight I'm just going to go in with the Prosecco Pop colour. I'm going to go in with this quite lightly. I don't want to go and blind people today. This is going to be quite natural on the face because I'm thinking of going quite smoky on the eyes. And you don't want to put too much on the face if you do want to go quite deep with eyes or lips. Just something quite natural. I'm going for something quite khaki green with a little bit of sparkle on the lids. And for a base, I'm going to use Charlotte Tilbury's Eyes to Mesmerise in Veruscha. This is quite a khaki green colour. It is actually really, really stunning on the lid. And if you've seen some people use these, they are very creamy and very, very blendable. A little goes a long way with these. So I am actually going to use my finger for this. And that is all I'm going to use on the lid. And so you can actually see I will hold the mirror down. Oh god, I've just realised I haven't put any brow products out. Never mind, we'll get onto them in a bit. I'm just going to blend out the edges of that with a clean blending brush. As you can see, I've just kept that quite light. This isn't going to be the main focus of the eyes. This is! See what I mean? I absolutely love this eyeshadow. It is just the prettiest thing in the world. Like, before I do anything on the lower lash line, I'm just going to tight line my eyes. And I'm sorry if this looks weird and if people are squeamish around the eyes, I will be quick. Along the lower lash line, I am actually going to take a Mercier Caviar stick and I'm just going to run this and smudge it around. Blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to smudge this along the lower lash line. It out. Right, and I'm just going to take a little bit of celery in the inner part of the eye. Just into the way up. I actually really like that. It's pretty damn good. For brows, I'm just going to keep things very simple and use a brow pencil. Just comb them into some sort of order. I'm trying not to blind myself with the light. And I just try to keep my brows quite natural. Right, and just to highlight that brow bone, I'm going to go in with a bit of gold. Is this the, oh, what's the name of this? Highbrow Glow. Another one of Benefit's products. Honestly, you need to get your hands on some of the Benefit Brow products. They are awesome. There we go. Just make sure that's nice and blended. It doesn't look like a line of gold along your brow bone. We're trying to keep this things natural. Lastly, with the eyes, I'm going to go in with mascara. To do that, I'm using Clinique's, I always forget the name of this. This is the Flutter to Full Lash Mascara. It's a fantastic mascara. You can choose what sort of setting you want this on. I've always got mine on the fuller setting. It is just a brilliant, natural, yet very voluminous lashes. And it's great for the bottom lashes as well. Okay, so I will be back once my hair is dry and we'll get the outro and intro done. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, give it a good thumbs up, and I will see you next time whenever I get to film again. Enjoy, and hope you have a lovely day, and check out my blog and other links below. Bye for now. Bye.